What's up, Aquarius? Sorry, lots of coffee. Yeah. Took a nap way too long earlier. Spraying some essential oils in the air there. Get y'all a light cleansing. Let's get into it, yeah. It's March. Want to be like, be careful with drinking and driving. Do have St. Patrick's Day coming up. Gonna get you a mystical shaman oracle card. Get you some insight, guidance, advice for the month of March, Aquarius. Get some insight, guidance, advice for my Aquarians for March. Sorry, I try not to clear my throat in you guys' ear. Because like I said, that extra sugary good coffee. You got the wind. Heavy on the air sign vibes. Yeah, a lot of you guys could be enjoying like the mountain weather, the wind, out in the sun, the ocean breeze. Hearing in it to win it. I feel like a lot of you are focusing on your mental health, or you have been, in healing and your truths, which are great things. Gotta get some water. So, now is the part where your tarot begins. Gonna use the Fairy Wicca deck. If I pronounce a suit differently than you're used to, that's because I've actually learned that some of the suits are not pronounced the way that I was pronouncing them in Gaelic. Get some insight, guidance, advice for Aquarius for the month of March. Insight, guidance, advice for my Aquarians the month of March. Let me clear my throat. That's kind of cool when you do it that way. Haven't been using the second view, the second camera that shows the cards and the shuffling. It is a little bit of extra work. So sorry about that if you did enjoy that. Insight, guidance, advice for my Aquarians. Month of March. Alright, get one more good shuffle in there and we'll pull your first card, Aquarius. Some of you guys could be exploring your heritage here. Insight, guidance, advice for my Aquarians. Alright. Got the Judgment. Well, make it make sense. Definitely could be reaping what you sow. This has been coming up for quite a few signs for a while. For you, could be reaping the benefits of, focusing on your mental health. The knowledge of knowing about your ancestry, or just full on, you getting back what you've put out, during the last season, this season. And you got the Father God. So yeah, this definitely feels very energetic, very spiritual. Being divinely judged for all that you have done and intentions. This definitely could lead to major changes in your life, considering, we're only 2 cards in the tarot, and they're both major arcana. For sure. Keep in mind, don't just watch videos for your sun signs, but also for your moon and rising. Wow, 3 in a row. Yeah, this is going to be a serious reading. Don't worry, we're going to get confirmation with another deck. Poetic Justice. Justice, Judgment, and Father God. So, it looks like the verdict's in from Divine Court. And you're getting the message that you will be receiving poetic justice. I don't think you need the message, relayed to you that you are going to get back whatever it is you put out. I'm hearing over the years. I'm also hearing, don't think so much about, the few of the bad things that you've done. Because in most of y'all's scenarios, the good that you've done is outweighed the bad. Because a lot of us can dwell on what would I call our shadow traits, or what would be seen as our shadows. We dwell a lot more on our imperfections and what we've done right, or done wrong sometimes, to the point where we don't see what we've done right. We're our own worst critics. So I think for some of you guys that are worried about karma coming back, I'm hearing you being your own worst critic. This, what you've got coming back to you isn't that bad. You've done more good than you've done bad, Aquarius, or at least the whole time you had good intentions. Sometimes 7 of UCs. Yeah. Sometimes there's a lot going on, or sometimes there's a lot that people are wishing for us, whether it be good or bad, or a lot of different intentions that people have towards us, especially when you're someone that is walking in the light, their path, trying to be a better person, to the point sometimes we react in ways or can be taken out of our character. And we really judge ourselves for that. Excuse me. Ooh. My nose is tickling and itching, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and I feel there's just a lot has gone on in the past, and sometimes when a lot's going on, we make decisions really, really fast, especially when it's involving other people and intentions, that we're gonna make mistakes and we're gonna make some bad choices, and we have a harder time forgiving ourselves than the universe does, if that makes sense. At the night of time. Yeah, we can literally bury ourselves with our imperfections. Some of us can also be in denial of the things that we've done, which, when you're in denial, life will find a way to make you remember what you've done. This could go either way, but I'm feeling for most of you, it's you've done more good than bad, and some of you guys are holding on to the things you feel bad about deep down inside and burying them, and it's time to let those things come to the surface and let them go, by healing from them and giving yourself grace. And you got the 8 of Air. Yeah, you don't want to be stuck on the past, stuck on things you can't change, you can't fix. A lot of you guys are in that place, you're being your own worst critic. You're judging yourself maybe more harshly than you should. And like I said, there's also a rare few where it's I'm hearing you think your SHIT don't stink, or you're above karma, and life's gonna show you that that ain't true. That's for few. Very few of you could find out after a breakup. I'm hearing that you were pregnant and now you're feeling trapped in some way. Just because you're pregnant by somebody, especially if you've broken up, that doesn't mean you have to be with them or go back to them if you're broken up. Like, yes, I would say the responsible thing is to let them know that you're with child, but you can raise a child without having a romantic, intimate, or sexual relationship with the father or the mother. Someone having your child or being pregnant by someone does not entitle them to have you intimately again. Also, getting pregnant by or getting someone pregnant isn't going to keep them. Like, that's a weird level of entrapment, honestly. Like, that's not cool. It's the judgment card here for judgments. Judgment. It does happen, though. Judgments. And you will be judged for it if you're out here trying to get someone pregnant or get pregnant without, like in a sneaky way, like poking holes in condoms and shit like that. Or saying you're on birth control when you're not. The judgment. Or saying you're incapable of having kids like some guys do and you're perfectly healthy and capable. Yeah, you got the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. I'm hearing something's like, something is what you wanted, but it's like the way it's happening is unfortunate. You know, like, say you did want to have a kid with someone, but the relationship started going south and it's over, and then you find, like I said, and then you find out you're pregnant. Or like, say you want to get back together with an ex, but that ex is single and pregnant. Like, it's some weird scenario like that. Father God. I'm hearing it's like all part of the divine plan, though. So, you know. Hey, I've been a step parent a time or two. I wouldn't say right now is the best time to have a kid. We really need to protect our children in this time and age. It's not a good world to bring more souls into, but hey, if they're coming, we gotta do the best we can to protect and love them and create a better future for them. Father God, Knight of Wands. Yeah, a lot of these things could be happening fast because they've been in the works for a while. Like, you know, written in the stars, part of the plan. This also could do with a fire sign or someone that has a lot of fire placements. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Since this is an Aquarius reading, I'm gonna say probably Sagittarius placements. This could also be someone coming towards you very fast with this news. It's very passionate and emotional and doesn't know what to do right now. Be gentle with them. Or this could be you getting this news and dealing with this news very fast. Hearing, mind your words. You don't want to stress yourself out too much or start a fight. That's not the healthiest way to deal with this situation, but I mean, if you do, you're not perfect. Poetic justice. This is poetic justice. Queen of Pentacles. So with this, right at the back, I'm getting the person that could be finding out they're pregnant, or who's the father or the mother, you pick your side, could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. With poetic justice being involved here, could also be a Libra, or it could be an earth sign going towards a Libra. With this news, there could be no Libra involved at all. It could just be poetic justice, but poetic justice is the justice card, which is Libra, as is the Queen of Pentacles, is earth sign energy. But someone's definitely coming towards someone with a business offer or a love offer if there is no pregnancy in this picture, and it is meant for this work offer or this love offer to happen. Whatever is going on here is definitely orchestrated by above, and co-manifest by you or whoever's coming towards you. We all co-create with the universe, whether we co-create something good for ourselves or bad. That's what they say, you are what you think, you are what you eat. There's more power to that than I could possibly explain in a video that's more focused on you and not theories. Speaking of, if something did resonate or you found value in this video, please don't hesitate to like. It definitely helps, or comment, because that also definitely helps my channel, this channel, which helps these videos get to you and other people. Seven of Ishka, which is the Seven of Cups. I'm hearing like everything's gonna be okay. Someone could have a earth, I don't want to say trine, stellum, could have a earth stellum in their chart. Seven of Ishka, Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. It's like 15-6. Someone could be going back to an ex, is what I'm getting for that. They're walking away from a lot of options and going back to an ex. Some of you guys in a pregnancy situation could decide to try to rekindle a relationship with the other co-creator of this human being. For some of you, it could be another ex. Others of you, it could be going back home. It doesn't have to be an ex. You could be going back home, because, home's another place where Six of Cups. You could have childhood memories, go live with siblings. Nine of Time. Shoot, when I was pregnant, I had a miscarriage, and I did return home as far as to the house that I primarily grew up in. But it was also to help take care of my mother and kind of just distance myself from everyone to process what I went through, which pretty much my process of processing what I went through was being a workaholic. But thankfully, I had a best friend and a lady friend that I was talking to over a dating app that reminded me that I needed to have a personal life too. I couldn't just keep working and working and working and working to the point where nobody got to see me or hang out with me, and my life was all work and no play. And I'm thankful I had a persistent best friend and a lady friend that definitely made sure that I was making time to hang out and kick it. Nine of Time. The Empress. Someone definitely could also be bearing romantic feelings, bearing their feelings, and it kind of goes like into the work thing. Like, trying to be all logical and all money, and you can't live like that. You have to have human interactions. Like they even say with children, like you have to let children play with other children and have these interactions, or it really affects their mental health. I have to remind myself as a hermit that I love to spend time by myself, to interact with my roommates. I try to do online gaming. I guess this is some form of interaction, even though, like, unless someone comments or inboxes me about it reading, there's not much interaction. It's just me putting myself out there and sharing my gifts with you to be helpful. But yeah, we all need human interaction and love and compassion and care, to be cared for and to care for others. 8 of air. And I feel like someone's kind of trying to bury their feminine, caring, nurturing side, and they don't need to be doing that. And then all this just fell out when I was thinking about this 8 of air here. And it's literally like, yeah, I feel like love and passion is coming in, and you've been waiting for it, and the wait is almost over. Don't self-sabotage this or block it out when it comes, because it doesn't look like exactly, I don't want to be like exactly what you wanted or what you pictured it to look like. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't let the past, like, especially if it's been a long time since you've talked to someone, or a long time since you've been in a relationship, don't let past issues with this person or in relationships make you completely turn away from this person. A lot of people will say, like, people don't change. We do. It's what we look like changes, what we talk like, what we sound like, how we think. We are in a state of constant change, which is what creates the illusion that nothing changes, because everything and everyone is changing at an alarming rate that you couldn't possibly keep up with everyone and everything in your life. And you can't, there's no way to possibly know everything. Like, there's people that I've went to school with in grade school that they're so much different from then. There's people I know that 4 or 5 years have changed significantly, like 100-pound weight drops, whole kids' career changes. Like, you really don't know a person until you're sitting face to face with them. Like, even this social media stuff, it's not as real as everyone thinks it is. This is like a second life. We're all living at least 2 lives now. And with that,